Hello everybody and welcome back to Operation Logistics, where we currently just added in a bunch of NPC buildings to our Get Building Balance enum, and now we need to actually go through and do the building balance for them, which is going to be a little bit obnoxious because we need to do all of these things plus the demolition cost. Everything else can be left at 0, but for right now, a farm, well, that's more the farmhouse. So we'll leave that at the default 300, and let's just go ahead and open up all of these for right now. And we'll just go through and do the demolition cost first. So a cabin would be about that same 300. A barn might be a little bit higher. We'll call that like 350. House, again, would be that base 300. Plant, we'll go ahead and have that be a little bit higher. We'll have that be 400. Store will have... What's happening here? Demolition cost of 0 for the apartment. I scroll up. It's now 400. That's confusing. It looks like these were going correctly, but it just has a bit of an error. And then I deselect it and it's fine. It looks like that's just a Unity bug. Okay, well the store is going to be about 350. The apartment complex is going to be a fair amount higher. We'll have that be 450. And then we'll have the duplex be about 400, I think. Upscale housing, about 350. Warehouses would be a lot, like 500. But you probably don't want to demolish a warehouse anyway. What happens if you own these buildings? Do they still generate the packages? Sure, why not? I don't see a reason why they shouldn't. A mall would be a lot to demolish. Let's call that 600. Now the storefront, will have that be about the default 300. Factory should be maybe around 400. I'm just making these numbers up. You may be able to tell. Brewery is about 450, and a utility is about 400, we'll say. Okay. So, now we need to go through and actually do the parcel generation on all of these. And we should set these building types as well. So this is farmhouse. This is barn, which is where? I'm sure it's in here somewhere. There it is. Okay, then this one would be cabin. This one would be just simply house. This one would be plant. This one would be store. This one would be apartment complex. This would be duplex. Upscale housing. Warehouse. Mall. Storefront. Factory. That took a couple tries to open it. I don't know why, but that would be a brewery. And then this would be a utility. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so at this point we can now go through and start doing these generation chances. So what's the chance of a parcel being shipped out of a farm? Not perhaps great. Now, the other thing we need to keep in mind is that these numbers need to be quite low, because this is the chance to generate one every hour. And we we don't want it generating one every hour, because if so, it won't be long. Like, if we give it like a 10% chance, then in like in a full day, basically every building will have generated. Most likely will have generated a package, and we don't want that. So we want this number to be very, very low. maybe it should be, instead of a hourly chance, maybe this should be considered to be like a monthly chance. And then it rolls on it every hour based on a division of that chance. That could work. So, like, the farmhouse would then generate, say, 0.33 packages per month. So every 3 months, it generates about a package or so. Now, of those, the chances of a parcel would be pretty high, because they're probably going to be just sending out like envelopes or small packages. So we'll say that the parcel chance is 0.6. The package chance is about 0.3. The crate chance is about 0.075. And then the shipping container chance is 0.025 for a 100% chance. Then we're going to do the same thing here, except about... this is going to be about 0.33 here, or well, 0.3. This is going to be about 0.6, and then this is going to be about, we'll make this 0.1 or 0.5. This will be about 0.1, and then this will be about 0.1. Okay, so there's the farm done. Excellent. Now we just have 1 million more to go. Okay, barns. Barns should have a very low chance per month to generate a parcel. We'll call it about a parcel every year, which would be what? If I open up a calculator here, this would be a chance to generate 1 divided by 12. So about an 8% chance per month. There we go. And then of those, it being just like an envelope is really unlikely. Really, really, really unlikely. So let's have this be like a 0.01. 1% chance of a parcel. A package is more likely, so about 0.25. We'll make it 2.4 so that this is evened out here. A crate is pretty likely, because they could be shipping out, like, say, I don't know, meat products or milk or something in a crate. That's a possibility. So about, we'll go with 0.5. And then a shipping container chance of about the same 0.25, because that might be, you know, like shipping livestock or something. We're going to treat it abstractly, but something along those lines. Now, they're unlikely to be shipping anything that isn't time sensitive out of a barn, right? So this is going to be like 0.05, 5% chance there, a 20% chance there, and then like that's 25, so 0.25, and then 0.5 priority, because they're going to be shipping like perishable goods or livestock or things like that. So coming out of a barn, they're likely to go more priority, in my opinion. Okay, cabin. Now, cabins are like a vacation place, right? So they're likely going to be sending like postcards and things like that. So maybe they have about a 0.25% chance to generate a parcel. Not percent chance. This is a 25% chance to generate a parcel every month. It's probably too much. You know, I just had a thought. And that thought is that we should have some sort of thing in the parcel manager, or rather, perhaps in the hex manager, and this would be essentially returning a float. Public float get distance to owned building. And then this would be, we wouldn't even have to pass in anything. For now, we'll just return -1 after doing a debug.log error called get distance. Well, we'll do unimplemented. Called get distance to owned building. Okay, and the thing that we're going to do with that is we will only generate a parcel if it's close enough to an owned building. So that way you can expand your territory, but it's not going to generate parcels that originate really, really far away. So use get, what did I call that? I've already forgotten. Get distance to owned building. Okay, there we go. So now that's in there, so it'll remember to do that. And then we're going to keep working on this. So for the cabin, like I was saying, it's most likely that they're going to be sending like postcards. They might send a package. That's the next most likely, but I'm going to say that a parcel is by far the most likely. And then a package would be like 0.25. And then a crate would be like, in fact, realistically, this is more like 0.4, 0.05. Wait, actually 0.005. Well, 0.05. There we go. And then this would be like 0.05 as well, but maybe like 0.47. Well, that's over 100%. 0.43. And then this would be 0.02. So that would be 100%. Now, they're not going to be sending things time sensitive most of the time. So we'll have this be like 0.66% bulk chance. 66% bulk chance, that is. Then like 33% economy. And then like, that's 99% right there. We'll have this be 0.6. 0.3, 0.05, and this would be 0.05 as well, so like 0.07 and 0.03. Okay, so there's the cabin done. Excellent. Now, house. They're going to be sending probably more along the lines of letters, although there's the occasional package that they might send. Their create parcel chance is maybe they send out once every 2 months or so. So about 0.5. And then their parcel chance is going to be quite high. We're going to make that 0.75. Then their package is the next highest. 0.15 we'll go with. That puts us up to what, 0.9? So then 0.07. I forgot a 0 there. 0.07. There we go. And 0.03. There we go. And then the bulk chance here, well, I mean, this is going to be about like 0.33. 0.33. So that gets us up to 0.66. We'll go with like 0.24 to get us up to 0.8. Right? No, that gets us up to 0.9. And then 0.1. Okay, there we go. Now then, for the plant. Plants are going to be generating parcels quite frequently, right? Because they're like manufacturers. But they're not going to be sending very many letters. They'll send a few that looks like bills and invoices and things like that. But they're going to be generating quite a lot. So like, they're going to be generating perhaps like 2 per month, we'll say. In fact, maybe more like 5 per month. Because they're generating a lot of things. So then the parcel chance would be kind of low, like maybe 0.25. Package would be pretty high, so like 0.5. We'll bring this down to 0.2. And then the crate chance would also be pretty high, actually. We'll make this be like 0.4. And then this would be like 0.3 and then 0.1. This is still rural, so creating things that are large enough to require a shipping container might be a little rare. Okay, and then these things that the plant would be shipping would be most likely to be non-time sensitive, right? So they're probably going to want to save some money and ship primarily bulk. We'll go with 0.6 bulk, and then 0.2 economy, and then 0.1 standard and priority. Excellent. And now for the store. Stores are going to be primarily receiving packages. So, like, about 5% chance monthly that they generate a package. Of course, maybe they send out a lot of invoices. That's a possibility. Let's bump this up to like 0.2 packages per month. And then of these, primarily it would be envelopes, like I said, sending like invoices and the like. We'll say that that's 0.5. Maybe they ship out some packages because people like buy online, whatever. So we'll make those be like 0.4, but crates and shipping containers are very, very unlikely from stores. Very unlikely. Apartments. Well, apartments are actually going to be very similar to house. It's the same type of people who live there. It's just that this is the urban version of this. So maybe we should just duplicate it. 0.5, 0.75, 0.15, 0.07. I feel like that doesn't add up to 100%. Because it doesn't. Because I didn't do 0.03 here. There we go. Bulk chance is going to be the same. So we're just copying this. Okay, so there's the apartment done. Next up is duplex, but it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Next episode, we will finish putting in these balances and then properly implement package generation and pickup and delivery. Probably not all in the same episode, but that's what we're working on right now. Subscribe for more, and I will see you all next time.